Hey, hi, this is Varsha, and again, welcome to the QA world in my automation channel. So, today I'm going to talk about 2024 Selenium interview question in this session. Okay, so I observed from few interviews, few Selenium interviews, like nowadays, interviewers not asking about the theory related question. They just want some practical question. They just want some live Selenium question. So please be prepared on this type of question. So I have prepared one slide that we have many question, and I have also prepared the answer. So you will get proper understanding, like in which way or what will be the definition you have to tell to your interviewer. Okay, so I hope you will get a proper understanding and you will get proper knowledge like how you have to give the answers in your interview. Okay, so let's talk about the first question, like which Selenium version are you using currently? Okay, so this is the topmost question in Selenium. When you are starting your Selenium interview, interviewer definitely ask this question very first. So he will get like which exact version you are using, so he will start asking the question accordingly. And there is one more thing. Sometimes interviewer can ask this question like how much rating you want to give yourself out of 5 or out of 10 for Selenium. So you just have to tell very real rating to yourself, like if you are giving 4.5 out of 5, so interviewer get like you are much confident in Selenium, so he is asking that question accordingly. Okay, so that 4.5 level questions he will be asking. So please be careful if you are beginner and if you are not much confident, much experience in Selenium, so you can provide some rating around 2.5 or 2.75 to your interviewer, so he can get just understanding like in which way or is which type of question he have to ask to you. Okay, so if I talk about the current version of Selenium, so current version of Selenium is 4.19, which is recently released in March 2024. Before that 4 version, we are using Selenium 3. Okay, and after this question, he will definitely ask like what is the difference between Selenium 3 and Selenium 4. Okay, so here I prepared one definition about Selenium 3 and Selenium 4, so you will get the understanding. So let me start. Like Selenium 3, it is primarily relied on the Selenium WebDriver API, which had some limitations and inconsistencies across different browsers. Okay, so in Selenium 3, what we have to do, we have to set some system.set properties. So using that, we have to pass the WebDriver path. So we will use only a specific WebDriver, and that is the limitation for cross-browser testing. And when we come to Selenium 4, that limitation is get over. Like it adopts the WebDriver W3C standard, which provides more consistency in interactions with web element across browsers. Okay, so the improved cross-browser testing. Okay, so this is the major difference between Selenium and Selenium 3 and Selenium 4. And I have also prepared one table. So you will also get proper understanding, proper clarification on that. So you will keep in your interview. So let's see what is the Selenium 3 and Selenium 4. The first one is it use the JSON wire protocol for information transfer between client and server. So like whatever script we are writing, that we have, that Selenium have to perform on the website, any particular website which is mentioned in your script. So for that communication, the Selenium 3 is using JSON wire protocol, and Selenium 4, however, Selenium 4 does not depend on the JSON wire protocol. It uses the W3C to facilitate communication between the client and server. Okay, so this is using some different W3C standard. This is not using JSON wire protocol. Okay, so this is the major difference. And the second thing is in Selenium 3, it capturing a screenshot of full screen and does not allow to take a specific web element screenshot. Like there is one scenario, like if your script is failing, so you have to take that particular failure in your screen and you want to take the screenshot of that particular failure, then you can't take in Selenium 3. But when you comes to Selenium 4, then there is one specific thing that you can take proper screenshot of a specific element, so you can show to your team or your stakeholder, like this is the particular failure, and you can attach the screenshot. So this is the major difference. You don't need to take complete screen shot of your website. You can take a screenshot of any specific web element. Okay. And the third one is limitation of opening multiple URL at the same time. So in Selenium 3, you just open only single URL and you can redirect to only one URL. But in Selenium 4, what is there? Like the user can open a URL in a new tab along with the existing tab. So at the same time, you can open Flipkart.com. At the same time, you can open Amazon.com, Myntra.com, Facebook.com, many website, whatever you want to test. And what line of code you have to use, like driver, that is the object of WebDriver class, and driver dot switch to dot new window method, and where you have to pass the parameter like web type, like window type dot tab. Okay, so here you are opening one another tab, so what you have to use, window type dot tab. And the when we come to the fourth point, like limitation of launching multiple windows at the same time. In Selenium 3, you can't launch multiple windows. So in the Selenium 4, the limitation is comes over, and you can also open multiple tabs in a browser. So using this line of code, like driver dot switch to dot new window, window type dot window. So one thing here you have to keep in your mind, like if you are opening new tab, then you have to use window type dot tab, and if you are opening one another window, then you have to use window type dot window. So this way you can use Selenium 4 for some enhancement. Okay, I hope you understand the proper differences between 3 and 4. And let me move to the next question, like difference between quit and close method. That is very common question in Selenium. Like both the method is using to close the Chrome browser only. Like after performing the automation script, you need to close the browser. So we are using this method. But what is the difference between quit and close? So if your script is open, number of five windows, five tabs, we can say, like one tab, there is a Facebook login page. Another tab, there is a some profile. Another tab, there is a some other notification. So you want to close all the tabs in a single click. So you have to use driver dot quit, which will close complete browser. Okay, and if you are using driver dot close, that will close your in that will close your current tab. Like your current tab is open Facebook login page on that one, so it will close that tab only. It will not close remaining tabs. So that is the main difference. If you want to close current tab, then you have to use driver dot close method, and if you want to close complete browser, then you have to use driver dot quit method. I hope it's clear. And when we talk about the next question, how to handle multiple windows in Selenium. So that is topmost question. Like sometimes we are using cross-browser testing, and sometimes we are redirected to the new tabs, new windows. So how we can handle these many windows in Selenium? So I already prepared one video. I think that is a Selenium 9 number of 9 video in my channel in my playlist. So you can go and watch properly. There is a proper definition. You will get the proper understanding. But for now, I just keep it is very simple and sweet answer. Like you can say, using get window handles method, we will be handle multiple window in Selenium. So interviewer get understanding, like you know the get window handles method and you know the proper way, so he will get understand. Okay, and after that you can also say like we can store all the IDs, all the browser IDs as a client ID or parent ID, or as a child ID or parent ID. So we will iterate that Windows ID using the iterator. Okay, so you will get that complete understanding from that video, which I recommended now. So you can watch that one. And the next one is, did you get any exception while executing Selenium script? Yeah, that is very important question. So like if you are telling, if interviewer asking, did you get any exceptions ever? So you told no, I didn't get any exception. But that is not happen. Definitely, any Selenium user get some exceptions in their scripts. Without getting exception, that is not possible to execute scripts. Okay, so that is definitely happened. So you have to tell, yeah, I got some exceptions as I kept the answer like, yes, I was faced many exceptions during execution, like no such element exception, session not found exception, timeout exception. So this is very common exception that I kept here. So you will just tell the number like when we are not getting any particular BAB element on the BAB page, so we are getting no such element exception. When the session is not open, like Chrome browser is not open, that is happened due to the some sync up issue, compatibility issue. So you can tell the session not found exception. And if you are telling time out exception, so you should know about the timeout exception when we are getting this exception. So like whenever we are searching any particular web element on the web page and it's not coming in the particular time frame, so we are getting timeout exception. So make sure whatever exception name you are telling to your interview, you should know the exception name, you should know like when we are getting this exception, and you should also know like when we how we have to resolve this exception. So please keep these 3 points in your mind before telling any exceptions. And after that, there is a very topmost question like, what do you mean by stale element reference exception in Selenium? Because this is very important exception in Selenium. Let me just explain the definition. Like this exception occurs when the BAV element is no longer part of the back page. No longer part of the back page, and the element may have been part of the source code, but it is no longer part of the window. So sometimes what happen like in the HTML document, the code is there, the proper line of code is there, but that element is no longer part of that particular website. So this time we are getting the this exception. Or sometimes like our Selenium is not able to fetch that particular web element, so we are also getting this one. So what is the resolution for this exception? Like we have to refresh our page, or we sometimes we have to put some wait. If we try to uh, use these two options, like refreshing the page and then try again, wait for some time and then try again, so the exception is resolved in just many cases. So we have to tell this kind of answer for this particular question. Okay, the last one is, how did you handle dynamic web element on the back page? Okay, that is very important question. So, nowadays, when we talk about some e-commerce website, there is a many dynamic web elements. There is no static web element. So you have to tell like how we can handle this. So I kept the answer like, to handle dynamic web element, I had used to write customize expert. Okay, so people like interviewer can ask like how can you write customized XPath? How do you know what is customized XPath? So you have to tell XPath using access method, regex function, or contents method as well. So you have to just tell these three things like access method, regex function, and contains method. So interviewer can get, yeah, this is the trick of writing dynamic XPath, and you know that. So you should have to well prepare for this kind of question, like based on your words, based on your sentence, based on your answer, he will get proper understanding, like how much you know the Selenium, how much you familiar with the Selenium things. So he will get your profile. Okay, so I hope all these questions are clear now for you. And if you have any doubt regarding this question, then you can please comment out and I will really help you on that, so you will understand and it will be easy for you. Okay, so thing for this session. And if you like this video, then please give a big thumbs up. And if you are new on this channel, then please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Bye.